Rightio, so what's your first name and how old are you?
Sarah, and I'm 52.
And what was your addiction?
Alcohol.
And how long have you been caught up in addiction for?
Heavily in the past 5 years.
And so tell us about what happened that caused you to go down the road of getting caught up badly on alcohol.
The breakup of my marriage and ultimately the family unit, which I hold dearly. I became withdrawn and replaced everything with alcohol to not feel pain.
So what was it when you're fully blown out on the alcohol? What would the day look like?
Alcohol was like my coffee. I'd wake up not feeling great, needed some sort of energy boost, and a couple of glasses of wine would get me kick-started, and it would just carry on throughout the day.
So at your worst, how much were you drinking a day?
2.5 bottles of wine. Easily 2.5 bottles of wine.
Did you ever have any seizures or shakes? And
Definitely shaking, and no seizures, thank God. But definitely shaking. I'd wake up shaking. I'd have a couple of glasses of wine just to calm my body down, and yeah.
over that 5 years, did you try to change or reach out to stop?
Lots of times. I'd get into a spiral of drinking just to make me cope through the day, and then I'd get to a point where it would hurt too much, and I'd have to just try and go cold turkey, lock myself away, pretty much feeling ill for 3 days, and then I would go back to drinking.
And what sort of effect did the alcohol have on you and your children and your home?
When I was drinking, I was getting things done, but then I'd get quite sick. So the 3 days that I would go into my room, the house would turn upside down pretty much. And
You got kids?
Yeah, I've got 2 teenage daughters. They're my biggest fan club, my biggest supporters. But yeah, they would stop communicating with me when they would see that I'm sad and drunk.
Well, so what made you hit the brick wall? What was the finale that brought you into Shalom?
Just nowhere else to turn. I was just in a rut, and I remember saying to myself, I just need to be plucked out of this rut and put somewhere safe, away from everything, to get myself back together. And honestly, then Shalom happened.
So how long have you been in Shalom?
6.5 months.
And what's changed in the last 6.5 months?
I feel like the old Sarah. I feel like the Sarah before marriage and children. I feel like I've got my head back together. I'm motivated. I'm strong. And my daughters are still my greatest cheerleaders, even more so now.
Yeah, and the best and worst thing about Shalom?
The worst thing is not having contact, but that is also, I can see, a great thing, because if the problems of the outside world were coming in to attack me, I wouldn't be able to cope with that out there, but in here I can. And yeah, but hopefully I'll get a phone soon one day, which shouldn't be too far away. So.
What would you say to anyone caught up in addiction who's with alcohol, and what would you say to them?
Get out of that rut. I know how easy it is to just think that you're just having a couple of glasses of wine and it's not going to hurt anyone, but the next thing you know, you're in a rut, and it's really hard to get out and reach out for that help. It's there.